Hello and welcome to another match preview show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. The Europa League match day 5 is upon us, which will be tomorrow evening. A disappointing result in our last fixture as we lost 3-2 to Toulouse in a controversial fashion as VAR ruled out a perfectly valid goal towards the end of the game in a last minute match winner. But with no surprise, VAR had a shocker during that game, and that result ended our winning streak in the competition. But at this stage, qualification is the most important task. So if we get a draw, or obviously we go for the win, but even if we get a draw, this will solidify our top position in the group. So you would say the stakes aren't as high as we've done the groundwork in the early stages, but I'm hoping we go for the win and allow some of our youngsters to get some valuable European experience in the final fixture. So let's analyze our opposition, which is Lask. So if you recall, in our first encounter, the game ended 3-1 to Liverpool. Lask actually opened the scoreline with a thunder shot from Flecker, but Liverpool bounced back in great fashion. Goals coming from Nunez from the penalty spot. Diaz, I remember it was Gravenberch who hit a lovely low cross for him, and Salah came off the bench to score to make it 3. So how have Lask performed since we last met in late September? Well, in this competition, they've lost a couple more games, but they got the win against USG, also known as Union Saint-Gilloise, in their league, which is the Austrian Bundesliga. They're not doing too bad. They're currently second behind Red Bull Salzburg, who are topping the table. And then you've got SK Sturm Graz, who are second. They just beat WSG Tirol 1-0 over the weekend, with Robert Zulj grabbing the winner. Now, he's definitely their best player so far this season, and he's been in great form. He scored 7 goals with 6 assists to his name. He's playing more further up top, but by trade, he's actually an attacking midfielder. So I would definitely regard him as the danger man for Liverpool tomorrow. Liverpool, on the other hand, got a crucial point against the champions Man City over the weekend with a 1-1 result. Not best of performances, but no surprise, especially with the match being such an early kickoff on the Saturday. So let's present the team news for both teams, and then I'll predict the lineups, and then I'll go ahead and reveal my score prediction as well. So in terms of team news, 3 players are on the injury list for Lask. That includes the loanee from Roma. His name is Ibrima Dabor. You've also got Adil Toye and Weisinger, who is not available for this fixture. For Liverpool, we got some further confirmation today that Alisson has picked up a hamstring injury, which happened against Man City. So he won't be available for this fixture. But fair not, he is only out for a couple of weeks and should be ready to face Manchester United. However, Jota, unfortunately, has picked up an injury as well. That could keep him out for a while. Which, I think they're going to do a couple of checks this week. So it doesn't sound promising. It could be a long layoff. In terms of other casualties, we've got Thiago, Bajtic, Robbo still out with long-term injuries. But we've got the likes of Gravenberch, who came off the bench the other day, Joe Gomez and Kanate back in contention to start this game. So what I'll do, I'll share the graphic. Normally I go for the home team, but let's go with Lask and go through their lineup, and let's see how they will play, or my predicted sort of shape as well for the team. So traditionally, they have played a different variation of formations, but I feel like the formation that they normally play, especially in the league, is a 3-4-3. Even in the first encounter that we played in match day 1, they also played that system. So safe to say that that will be the shape that they'll go with in this game. In terms of the personnel, we can start off with Lawal, who is their first choice keeper. So let's try and find him on this website here. Lawal. There you go. Right there. And then you've got Andrade in the middle. Andrade. If I can find him, there he is. And then you've also got, based on how many players were available over the weekend, I think they'll play a similar lineup that actually started in their last league match. So I'm going to go for Sierres on the left side. Sierres, here he is. And then you've got, actually, no, he plays on the right-hand side, sorry. So let me place him there. There he is. Sierres, there he is. And then you've got Talavirov as well. So there we go. Talavirov on your left-hand side. So that's their back three. Slightly different to the person that I believe played in the first fixture. But these are the players that have been playing in recent games. In terms of the midfield four, he didn't play in the weekend, but I can kind of see him starting. So he was the goal scorer in the first tie. So that's Flecker. So I think he'll start on the right mid / right wing back role. And then you've got the likes of Lujovic. This one here. And then you've got Jovicic as well. So two players that are normally starters for this team. And then we'll go with Bello. Bello is their summer signing, player with great pace. So he's one to look out for. I think he'll definitely not cause havoc in terms of an attacking sense, but he'll definitely provide width for this team with his raw speed. And yeah, it could trouble us on our right-hand side. So whoever's playing fullback, whether it's Trent or Gomez, will need to be on their A game in this fixture. And then you've got I think they've got the same surname. So Lujovic, or similar surname, I think. This fella here. And then you've got Usor on the left-hand side. He's been playing in recent weeks. And then we've got Zulj, who is their top scorer so far this season. So this is my predicted lineup for Lask. I might be completely wrong. The manager might decide to rotate the squad, depending on how strong of a stance he has with progressing, because they're currently at the bottom of the table. So let me confirm that. Let me just check the league table. So let's have a look. So we're in Group E, and yes, they are at bottom of the group with 3 points. So 2 games to go. It's unlikely, but if they were to, beat us as a surprise result, puts them in the mix to challenge for that second spot, I believe. But very, very doubtful to see Liverpool losing this fixture, especially being at Anfield. So I'm not sure if the manager will play a strong team or he might just rotate his squad and save the stronger lineup for the league campaign. But remains to be seen in terms of how they set up. In terms of Liverpool, I'll present the graphics for you guys. So here we go. So we will be playing 4-3-3. That is no surprise to anyone. Alisson, even if he was available, will not be playing this fixture. So we're going to go with Kelleher in goal, who's had a mixed bag in terms of his performance this season. Last season, I feel like whenever he's played, he's been quite solid. This season, he's been a bit hit and miss, I think, which is a shame because I feel like last year, whenever he played, I would still have confidence in terms of his ability as a goalkeeper, despite playing minimal games throughout the campaign last year. But this season, whenever he's played, I'm not as convinced whenever he's between the sticks, because he's not been great in terms of his kicking, which is one of his strong points over the years. And shot stopping has been questionable as well. So, yeah, let's hope he can pick up some form in the upcoming games. In terms of the back four, I'm going to go with surprise selection, possibly. I'm going to go for Chambers. I think a lot of fans may want to see Joe Gomez there. I seriously don't want to see him playing left back. He can do it for 10, 15 minutes, but to start a game in that position, I just don't think it suits his skill set. So I would rather give Chambers a bit of a run out, gain some experience. Tsimikas has been playing a lot of games, so I feel like it's important to not burn him out so soon, especially with Robertson not returning to full fitness until next year. So I'm speaking January, February time. So still a long way to go until that happens. So best to try and rotate as many players as you can. And Chambers, when he came on, I think he played against Toulouse. It wasn't too bad. So I'd rather play Chambers. And if we need to bring Tsimikas on for the last half an hour or put someone else there, then so be it. But I'd rather Chambers start this game and, do himself proud and put in a good effort for the team. So I'd go for Luke Chambers on the left-hand side. In terms of the right-back position, I would go with Joe Gomez. So as a right-back, I have no qualms with him playing there. Left-back, certainly not. Centre-back, I still like him in that role. But I think because we've got a lot of players in that position and we're quite weak on that right-hand side, probably better to have him playing as a right-back for this one. So I'm going to go with him at right-back. And then they have that winger, Ozzie, who could cause havoc. I haven't seen much of him, but from what I've seen in terms of his profile, he could cause a lot of trouble on their left-hand side because he has a lot of pace. So, yeah, it remains to be seen. In terms of my centre-back pairing, have to go for Kwanzaa. And then normally I'd play Matip, but because Matip has played consistently in the Premier League, I think Konate will get a run out as well, just so he can regain some fitness. So that will be my back four. So a youthful back four, but you still got the experience from the likes of Konate and Gomez. Kwanzaa has more experience under his belt in comparison to Chambers. So I think that'll be a good balance on that left-hand side. In terms of the midfield now, so I'd definitely go with Endo for this one. This is the competition where he will be gaining a lot of game time. Hasn't been fully involved in the Premier League campaign, so this is definitely the one where I feel like he should be starting. So he maintains match fitness, and if he's required to play in upcoming fixtures, he's more than ready to go. In terms of the two number 8s, so two other midfielders, Curtis Jones didn't have the best of games. Could it be one where he redeemed himself and gets a bit of match fitness? Because that's what I feel like he lacked. He just wasn't with the game against City. The game just flew him by. So maybe he's still lacking a bit of sharpness. So this could be the game where he gets minutes under his belt. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I think I'll go for Jones, actually. So I'll go for Jones on the right-hand side, and I'd go for Gravenberch on the left-hand side. And then up top, I'm going to go for Harvey Elliott, playing on the right wing. I don't think this is a game that we need Salah to play. He can be on the bench, and if we need him in the latter stages, we can bring him on. But for me, should not really be involved in this game. Like I said earlier in the show, our point will secure top position of this group, so we don't really need to go all guns blazing for this one. And then up top, you've got the likes of Gakpo, Nunez, Diaz, Doak, I believe, is back in contention to play as well. So I'm going to go for Gakpo, just because he didn't start in the last game. So try and make sure he is match fit for upcoming games as well. I believe we're playing Fulham this weekend. And then I'd go for Diaz, because Diaz didn't start against City. So he should be raring to go. But yeah, this is my lineup for our fixture against Lask tomorrow. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it the right team selection? Do you feel like maybe some other players should be given a chance, or maybe we need more first team players? Or do you think we need Trent Alexander-Arnold to play in this one, or maybe have Konate and Matip in terms of experience in the back line, or McAllister should get a run out as a number 8? Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Just going to go in the comments here. Double D, thank you for your comment. Salah therefore should not start, but Klopp might give him 45 minutes, then drag him at half time. Yeah, so you just said might do. I hope not. I get what you're saying though. Just because we've got decent number of points in the bag, so we've got 9 points, and I don't see the other teams really troubling in terms of our top spot. So I can see him coming on towards the latter stage for maybe, let's say it's like 0-0, or or we're 1-1 where we're equalizing and we need a winner. He can come on for the last 20 minutes, but don't want him playing one full half. That will be too much. Look, God forbid, even if we lost this game, we still have the last game to make up for the numbers. So I think we need to focus more in the Premier League campaign, I think. But you never know. Klopp has surprised us with the team selections here and there. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. So, yeah, so that's my team lineup there. In terms of score prediction, I'm not going to go for a big scoreline. I know it's at Anfield. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Liverpool. And in terms of the goal scorers, I'm going to select Gakpo and Harvey Elliott on the scoreline there. So that's a quick match preview from me. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to Double D for your comment. Appreciate your contribution as always. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Next show will be tomorrow for the match reaction. Plus, it's also a calling show for the viewers. So if you'd like to come on and have your say, the floor is yours. So look out for the link in the description, and we can discuss the match and get your take of the game as well. The show will start at 10:30 p.m. UK time. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. So thank you. As always, take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak to you all tomorrow. Goodbye.